Hey y'all, what's poppin'? Okay. So we're painting. This probably had to be like at the end of 2020. One of my friends, she painted like this super cute painting of Plankton from SpongeBob. And I was like, oh, and she was like, yeah, I was just sad. So I started painting. And then I like was reading this article about like how to get out of a funk. And it was saying like to do something that you never done. And a lot of people were saying that painting like, you know, was very soothing and calming. And I'm like, ooh, like that just seems like something that I would like to do, even though I don't even know how to draw a straight line. So I decided that I'm gonna be painting today. First of all, I have this really tiny canvas because I was like, anything bigger than this is going to overwhelm me. So I want to do like a sunset, like from the beach, like with the water and then all the colors, and that's gonna be easy. So I'm gonna do that off camera. But I saw this and I love Powerpuff Girls. Yeah, I'm gonna put it on the screen because you literally can't see it. But I'm gonna also take inspo from this one, and I'm gonna make what she's drinking an iced coffee instead of whatever she has in this cup. I'm gonna do the background and let that dry, and whether I come back tonight or another time, we'll just have to see. But I'm hoping that it can dry and I can come back tonight, because right now it's just before 8 p.m. so it might be a little late, but my sleep schedule is beyond irreparable, baby. I was up until 4:30 p.m. I mean, I was up till 4:30 a.m. last night for no good reason, like just up to be up. Like, come on, babe, you know you have to be at work at 8:30. I do want to say that it's probably gonna be a little ghetto because I went to the dollar store for all of this equipment. I don't paint, and like there's a high chance that I'm never going to use this stuff again, so I was not about to go and break the bank for this video or for this sanity that apparently painting is supposed to give me. Like, no. Anyway, I'm gonna get to this background and then I'll catch you guys in just a second. Okay, so it's the next morning. I fell asleep waiting for the paint to dry, and even if I would have waited for it to dry, I think I would have took myself to sleep. I would have fell asleep anyway. So it's dry, and I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like so far. This is it so far. I'll put the inspo picture up so that we can just do a side-by-side and understand that I suck, but it's fine. I also have a black hoodie on. I wore this last night when I started doing this because I was like, wait, not you painting in a white hoodie, like something's wrong with you up here, babes, if you think that was gonna work. Okay, so what I need to do is start beginning to sketch. I have a pencil, mechanical only in this household, period. So I'm just gonna talk for a second while I, you know, sketch this out. But I wanted to talk about mental health today. I just want us to do a little check-in. I want to check in with you because mental health is like a serious topic, and I feel like people be scared to talk about it, and I'm not. Okay, oh my gosh, wait, I'm about to do the first brush stroke. I'm scared. What is that? But yeah, I wanted to talk about mental health because I feel like, especially with everything going on in the world right now, we all just really need to like be there for each other, number one. But we also just need to like just be honest with ourselves. Because if you're anything like me, sometimes you're not always the most honest with yourself when it comes to how you're doing mentally and emotionally. For me, if I let myself, I can go months avoiding, and it's really sad and bad. Like, it's not good, but it happens, and I think we need to talk about it because I'm not gonna, like, what's the point of me having this opportunity to talk to you guys and then I'm just capping in line? Like, for what? No, because I didn't realize how much I was really gonna have to try to be concentrating during this. It's like I really wanted to turn out good, so that's why. Like, I mean, if it turns out ugly, then it's fine. But the first thing I really want to say is like, it's important to be honest with yourself, because number one, if you're not honest about where you are, you can never grow to get to someplace new. And that sounds cliche, and it sounds like, okay, Ariana, like, duh. Like, if you don't know where you are and your location services on your phone is off, you can't click the directions to get to your destination because you don't know where you at and the location services is off. It's like, no, let's look around. If I'm talking about yourself, it's let's look in the mirror. Let's find out where we are, and then we can come up with a route to get to our destination, because we all have goals, we all have places we want to be in our lives. But it's like, if we don't know where we are and we're not honest about that, we can never get where we want to be. And so, like, for me, the longest time I was like, I just really want to be happy. And I would always say, I just really want to be happy. But you're not even acknowledging why you're not happy. You're just saying that you know you're not happy, but you're not even talking about why. You're just like, I just wish I was happy. Okay, sweet pea, baby. if happiness is the thing that you want, and for some reason you don't have it, wouldn't it be smart to figure out why? Like, it's just like, baby, we be tricking ourselves, we be making stuff up, and it's ridiculous. And like, that's another thing too, is like, I think it is absolutely ridiculous how we just think thoughts are true. Like, we'll think something and be like, oh my gosh, that's it for me. And it's like, no, your thoughts lie. That's the next thing that I want to say. And so, like I said, number one, we're going to acknowledge where we are so that we can grow. And number two kind of goes hand in hand with that, because if you're in denial, that is some omission of the truth. Yes or no? Can everyone agree? Can I get an amen in the back? Okay, so if you're in denial, that means that you're not acknowledging the truth. But another way that we don't acknowledge the truth is just by believing every thought that comes in our brain. And a lot of times our thoughts lie to us. Actually, most of the time our thoughts lie to us. And that is one of the best things I ever learned, because it's crazy that we don't just realize that it's not true. But that's the whole point. Like, there's things and people out there that will want you to believe stuff that's not true to keep you from getting to a certain place. And it's like, okay, Miss Girl, that is literally could not be further from the truth, but I guess today we're just gonna have anxiety about it for the entire day. Like, who relates? And it's like, recognize the sources of where you're getting your thoughts. Like, introspection is your best friend, especially when it comes to mental health. Like, really reflecting and looking in the mirror and saying, okay, what can I be doing differently? So it's important to ask yourself, okay, this thought kind of sucks. Where did I get it from? Because thoughts don't ever just come in your mind for no reason. You got it from somewhere, and even if you're in denial about that, or you don't want to admit where you got it from, because it might be from someone that you love and really care about, and you don't want to attach them to something like that, or maybe it came from your favorite show and it's like, dang, do I have to stop watching it? And the answer is no, because once you understand that something is untrue, when you see it any other time, you can understand, like, you have a understanding within your own brain that, like, this isn't true. Like, when you're a kid and you believe Santa Claus is real, one day you find out that Santa Claus is not real, and every time someone mentions Santa Claus, you have an understanding that Santa Claus is not real. Like, you don't hear that and then just keep continuing to believe he's real. So it works the same way with thoughts about ourselves. It works the same way with everything. And so once you're able to recognize, like, ooh, okay, maybe that thought that's not true came from this person, or maybe it came from that song or that show or that TikTok, whatever, then you can identify it as something that's not true. And every time you have the thought, you just keep you just have to keep reminding yourself, like, hey, that's a lie. Like, that's a literal lie, a bold-faced lie. Is it bold-faced or bald-faced? I'll never know. I feel like I'm really bad at, like, sayings and stuff, because I just talk in my own language half the time and literally never know what anyone else is talking about. Saying all that to say, feel whatever you need to feel. Let it all out. Feel however you need to feel. But a lot of times we do things in moments because of how we feel, and moving and making decisions based out of emotions is never a good idea. And as much as I would love to be that person that's like,
how you're feeling is valid, and if you want a kid's car because you're angry, you should do it.
If you do that, by all means, I don't judge. But it's like, just because you're angry doesn't mean that you should retaliate in that way. Being angry is fine. You should be angry sometimes, because it's like, what the heck? People do you wrong and people do you dirt, and it's like, come on, dude. Are you really freaking serious right now? Like, are you really, like, I want to punch you in the lip. I want to punch you in the nose. I want to pull your hair out. Give me them tracks, love. Give me that weave. Give me that wig. It's like, we all get into those situations where it's like, dang, I really, really want to do the worst thing possible right now because this person just really has me messed up. But a part of growing is understanding that, like, just because you feel something, that's not an excuse to just act reckless. And of course, if that's your MO, by all means, disagree with this portion of the video. But I'm telling you right now that you feel so much better when you're centered with yourself, when you know yourself and you understand that people don't have to make you act out of character regardless of what they do to you. Feel how you need to feel. Someone hurts you, cry it out. Do something, anything to get your emotions out. Write it down. That's like my biggest one, is like, write it down, write it out, anything. But when you're like just add effect to everything, that is like at a detriment to your own mental health. Like, there was a time in my life where my whole entire life was just a series of me reacting to stuff that other people did, and it was exhausting. But it's like, imagine someone does you wrong and you just still walk in love. People only do stuff to you and treat you bad, number one, because they're unhappy with their own selves, and number two, because they want a reaction out of you. And so the best way to live your life in a way that is less stressful for you is to literally just mind your business and carry on about your day and not give people what they want. Like, the best reaction is no reaction. Sounds so cliche, and it's like, oh my God, Ariana, shut up. but it's really true. Like, it really is. Back to talking about our emotions. Don't let people try to tell you that how you're feeling is not valid, or it's stupid, or you're not feeling what you're feeling. Literally tell those people to shut up, be gone, get thee behind me, Satan, go to hell. Literally all the above. We're humans. Feeling things is what makes us human. What do they always say in movies and TV shows when someone's a sociopath? That guy's like a robot. Robots don't have feelings, but humans do. God didn't give us feelings for no reason. You should never feel bad about having a feeling, okay? I know it happens because people gaslight and manipulate and just try to make you feel crazy for how you feel, but it's like, dude, no. And sometimes just the sheer fact that someone doesn't understand how you're feeling will make you feel like your feeling is not valid. But it's like, dude, just because someone else doesn't understand you doesn't mean that you don't deserve to be understood. It's hard. It sucks like heck. But it's like, that's what you have to do in any situation, is like really focus on being present and being honest. I was listening to this podcast and this girl was talking about how her therapist was telling her, like, I understand exactly how you feel, but you do know that that's a whole bunch of like BS, right? Like, it's a load of crap. And it's like, yeah, like even having a thought like, I'm not good enough, or I don't deserve love. It's easy to feel like that when people treat you that way, but that's what I'm saying is like, knowing the truth makes it so much easier to keep your emotions in check. And I also think that we need to just end the stigma now about like having bad days. I hate when people are like, every day is a good day, it's all about your perspective. It's like, yeah, okay, that's very true. But at the end of the day, like, that's an impossible goal to set for yourself, to just never have a bad day. Now, if you do have an understanding that it is about perspective, that does make it easier to, regardless of what happens, have good days. But if you're just always like, oh no, I can't have a bad day, I can't have a bad day, then when you have a bad day, you're gonna feel awful about yourself and you're gonna feel like a failure, when that's not true, because no one has a good day every day. I can't stand when people just like want to literally just purposely invalidate everyone else's experience because they're afraid to feel their own emotions. Ooh, I said it. Lots of liars and manipulators and deceivers and people who just think they're above everything as far as mental health is concerned. They're the main ones who can't look in the mirror and deal with their own selves, and so that's why they just avoid everything completely. And it's like, no, like, I don't think anything gets on my nerves more than that. People who act like they're above everything are the lowest of us all. There, I said it. Somebody's not gonna like that, and I don't care. Like, I promise you, I don't give an actual rat's behind. My biggest struggle with mental health just comes from like being afraid to like face feelings and like just deal with stuff right away. I think I've gotten better with it over the years, but depending on how big whatever happened is, it can be hard for me to just accept it and just move on from it. Like, I just be in shock and denial for a really long time, and it's like, dude, you're feeling miserable because you're refusing to deal with this. But it's like, sometimes I just think I would rather stress myself out and just be upset about stuff, because it sucks to do that, but in my brain, I convince myself that like dealing with it and facing everything head on is gonna suck so much worse. And it's because it is, but it doesn't suck as long. Like, something horrible. This is bad. Something happened to me and I ignored it for like 6 months. Just ignored it. Just pretended it didn't exist. Like, literally barely even like cried. Like, I was like, that didn't happen. It's not real. And the whole time, like, in the back of my mind, I'm like, I know I kind of need to like accept this, but like I couldn't, because I'm like, if I accept it, then that means it's real and I don't want it to be real. And I think that if I allow myself to cry now, I may not ever stop. But once I just let myself be upset about it and let myself work through those emotions and those feelings, was I miserable for 2 months? Absolutely. But it went away. Like, I was miserable for 6 months before that. Like, 6 months or 2 months. Like, let's pick one. It's like, maybe I could have been over this whole thing faster if I didn't run away. Don't run away from the truth. Like, not me singing Let It Shine. If I didn't just run away from it immediately, I could have got over it way sooner and just like been fine way sooner. But I avoid it, and I do this kind of stuff all the time. It's not good. And of course, I've had experiences where like I was forced to go through something and I always felt better right after. And like, that's the thing. Don't feel guilty about crying. Don't feel guilty about being upset about stuff. Because literally, like, no one has ever felt worse after crying. Crying is good for the soul. Normalize crying. In public, no, okay, that's a little far of a stretch. Every time I cry in public, I'm like, but like, understanding that like, it's okay to feel emotions. Feeling them is the only way that you can heal from them. And that it's gonna suck, but it gets better. Like, that's the 3 like biggest keys of like dealing with mental health to me. is like I said, being honest about where you are, understanding that it's okay to be where you are because you can't get anywhere else until you know that. And you're not crazy for feeling how you feel. You're not wrong for feeling how you feel. But understanding the truth and understanding the reality of the situation is going to make it easier for you to keep those emotions in check and not be crazy and chaotic and out of control. You're not insane. You're just avoiding, or you just don't know what to do, and that's fine. You have to find those people that you can really trust to talk to. And of course, I can always rely on God. And you know, some people do higher power, they say the universe, whatever. As long as you're not going through anything alone, by yourself, nobody knows, because that's when it's hard, and that's when you feel like you don't know what you're doing, and it's because you don't. Like, you can't do everything by yourself, and that is the last thing I want to say, is like, don't go through stuff by yourself. I went through so many things alone and suffered so greatly because of it. Like, it was bad. It was just, let's just say it was bad. I wasn't talking to my family, I wasn't talking to my friends, I wasn't talking to God, I wasn't talking to anybody. I was just stuck in my own brain, suffering every day, all the time. And you can't do that. You literally can't do that. And you can't just get discouraged every time someone doesn't resonate. And I'm like, I used to be like that. Like, if I would start talking and people, like, one thing that like makes me just feel so small is when I say something and someone's like, Ariana, what are you talking about? Like, I don't understand. I have goosebumps on my arm just thinking about that. Like, I'm cringing thinking about any time that anyone has ever been like, Ariana, what are you talking about? Because everyone wants to feel like they're understood. You know what I mean? Like, we all want that, but it's so miserable. It's so miserable when people don't understand what you're saying and you're coming from a genuine place and you're really trying to be honest about how you feel, and someone's like, what? It makes you never want to open your mouth and tell anyone how you feel ever again. Like, I get it. I've been there. We all have. But you can't do that. Because I promise you, having good people, good solid people to talk to about things, having a relationship with God is so important. Like, when I tell you that, like, without Jesus, I don't even know if I would literally be here. And like, I shouldn't say that, but like, without my relationship with God, like, I don't know if I would have ever moved on or healed from anything I've ever been through in my entire life. There's times when I tried to do it without him and it worked for a little bit until it didn't. And it's because he's the only one that can truly heal. At the end of the day, like, that's facts, and I'm not gonna like skate around that. Like, when people say Jesus is the reason, he is. And you know, they say that around Christmas time, he's the reason for the season. Yes, but he's the reason, period, for me. If he didn't exist, anything else I said in this video doesn't even like matter. But yeah, like, you're not honest with how you feel, it's going to suck so much worse. Like, I can't imagine, like, I can't tell you how many times I want to go back and tell younger versions of myself, like, just face it now, just get it over with, you'll feel so much better. And honestly, I want to tell it to my future self too, because I'm probably gonna do it again. And that's the one thing, is like, don't feel bad for repeating the same kinds of mistakes when it comes to your mental health, because at the end of the day, it's up and down. That's what life is. No one has a good day every day, but no one has a bad day every day either. Like, there's something to be grateful for every day, and there's something to be upset about every day. Like, so it is about your perspective at the end of the day. But when it comes to your feelings, you have to feel those or you will be miserable. Like, if you just try to keep shutting them out, it's not gonna work, love. Because I've been there, I've done that, and it doesn't work. It doesn't work, it doesn't work. Something hurtful or something traumatic or something sad or bad or something that made me angry happens, and I just pretend like I'm fine. Someone will ask me about it and I'll be like, oh yeah, no, I'm good. Lying! Where's where's Kim? Well, frick. Where's Khloe Kardashian when you need her? Because it's like, you're a liar. You're literally lying. I can't stress how much it's important to like just feel your emotions. And everything I said literally just goes with each other. But I'm so serious. Okay, so this is what we have so far. It low-key is not as bad as I thought. High-key, not as good as I want it to be. Jesus. Baby, this looked like a pop tropica. It's not done yet, but this looked like a pop tropica. Like, I'm crying. I do think it's super important to like understand that it's okay to not be okay. And the only reason I say that is because I used to hate that phrase. I used to hate it's okay to not be okay, because I'm like, no, it isn't. Like, we should all be okay. But that I'm realizing that what that really means is like, when you don't feel your best, you can't be your best. And so you have to be able to acknowledge that. It's okay to not be okay. Is it okay to stay not okay? I personally don't think so, because I think that eventually we all should be okay. And like I said, it's never like one day you just feel better and then you never feel bad again for the rest of your life. Like, that's not how it works. That's not realistic. No. But it's like, it's okay to recognize that you may not be coping as well as you like. Well, it's okay to realize that, you know, maybe I don't feel okay Like, maybe I am really upset about this. Maybe this does hurt really bad. Maybe I am angry. Maybe I didn't forgive that person. Maybe that person really upset me and now I don't know how to act around them because I really want them in my life and I love them, but like, I don't know how to act because they did me wrong, but I'm too scared to say something. Like, these are things that are important to like recognize in ourselves. Like, you can't just move along in life like thinking you're perfect or like thinking that like anything you feel is not important, because it's not true. Like, our emotions and the things we go through are what make us better people. Like I said, I've been through some times. Would I go back and change anything? No, because I wouldn't be the person that I am today if it wasn't for those experiences and those things I went through. Because at the end of the day, like, you can't be the best version of yourself. You can't help anybody if you don't help yourself. And like, that's what we're all here for, is to help people in whatever way, shape, or form that is. That's why we're here. And we're doing everyone, including ourselves, a disservice when we don't help ourselves. Everything you go through in life is to refine you, not define you. Not me coming with the bars. If we were all meant to be perfect, there would be no sense in us being here. If we didn't go through things solely for the purpose of like bettering ourselves and like character development, like, yeah, literally character development is like literally the reason that we're here. I don't even know why I'm sitting here like I don't need to figure out how the heck I'm supposed to make brown. Like, if I mix all the colors together, that'll probably work. But I'm also just really nervous about that for some reason. Oh my god, it's working. I just made brown. Yeah, this kind of looks like shart. This shade of brown is so disgusting. Oh my god, it looks like diarrhea. Well, it kind of looks right actually. Shoot. No, I'm sorry. I snapped. I literally just made brown. And that matches. Like, this could be my foundation, please. But I'm gonna start adding her color on. Oh my god, it's the way that I'm like, you can't, it's not showing up. I think that I was supposed to sketch her out and like leave that part of the canvas white still. If that's what I was supposed to do, that's gonna be so embarrassing because I just sit here and did this for no reason. Like, I could try to just completely wipe the canvas off. Jesus. This is really embarrassing. I need some whiteout. Would that even work? Who knows? I feel like whiteout always works. Like, that was like my holy grail in middle school. Was just like purposely spelling stuff wrong so I could use whiteout in class and just feel like that girl that was just like cooler than everyone because she has whiteout. And like, she's mysterious because she only writes in pen. She doesn't use pencil even in math class because she just wants to like pull out her whiteout. Like, something was wrong with me because I really used to do math with pen just so I could use whiteout. Embarrassing. I suck for this, actually. But I mean, I'm not a painter. How was I supposed to know? Plan B really might be me trying to cover all this in white paint and letting that dry and then coming, like, dude, I don't even know at this point. Northwest is like, babe, are you okay? No, please. It looks so stupid. I just really feel like a raging idiot right now. Like, I can't explain how much I feel like an idiot. That, you know what, it's fine. I did something stupid and now I feel like an idiot. And that's fine. Because number one, I know I'm not an idiot. I just feel like one. Wow. God allowed me to make this mistake so that I could use that as an example in this video. Prime example. Something happens. You feel a certain way about it. There's two courses of option. There's two courses of action. Two courses of action. You can either accept how you feel as the truth, i.e. I'm an idiot now, and there's no reason I should finish this painting because I'm already stupid and it's gonna look ugly. Or, I feel like an idiot right now, which is fair because I did just make a big mistake, but I'm not an idiot and I might be able to turn this around because of the fact that I'm not accepting that I'm an idiot and that I might still have one more trick up my sleeve to get through this. That is everything I've been trying to say in this video right there. So I'm really happy that this just happened. Okay, I'm gonna come back because I first of all have been filming for so long, but I also just need to turn my camera off now. So I'm gonna come back. But yeah, okay. Oh my god, I was recording that whole time? Suffer. Okay, so recently I've just been like getting in these modes of just kind of feeling very unmotivated. And it's like a cycle. It's like, okay, I'm unmotivated, then I get it together for like a couple days, and then I go back to being unmotivated again. And it's just like annoying because I don't like being unmotivated because I don't like when I feel like I'm being unproductive. That's like a big major key for me feeling like I'm like doing something with my life. Is like when I'm productive, I feel so good when I'm being productive. Like when I'm getting things done, I feel the best I ever feel. But it's like these feelings of being unmotivated. Baby, you got to go. And it's just like annoying, but it's only because I just literally feel like everything is pointless right now. And you know, I've been really trying, like I said, to not avoid, but that just can be a lot. Like when you are going through stuff and you're facing it head on, it's just exhausting. So then I'm exhausted, but I'm also unmotivated, and that's a horrible combination. Horrible combination. But yeah, I said at the beginning that this was a little check-in. So that's what's been going on with me. I've been juggling, feeling unproductive, unmotivated, exhausted, all of that at once. Like I feel like I need a vacation, but baby, ain't nowhere to go. So what the hell? I'm sick. I'm tired. I'm done with it. I'm tired of it. Okay, this is, like I said, I've just been like feeling so unproductive. And when I get into like cycles of unproductivity, I get literally depressed. Like I just feel like there's nothing. I just feel like I'm like just a waste of space when I'm not doing something. And so that's one reason why I wanted to do a painting, but also just like other stuff, like just like I've been developing random hobbies and like habits recently just because I just don't want to like feel like I'm doing nothing. It's like at the end of the day, all we're all trying to do is feel sane. But this is where we are. Like, why am I low-key killing it? Like, I didn't think it was gonna turn out like this. Like, I'm kind of low-key proud of myself right now. Dare I say I'm proud? So, as you can see, we have this pretty cool like little gradient happening as the sunset, even though I don't know the last time a sunset was purple and pink at the top, but it's cute, so I don't care. But I have like these glitter paints and I really want to like use them, so I think I'm just gonna start that now. Ooh, okay, this is gonna be so cute. Like this part's gonna be all sparkly, but then like Miss Girl, I'm gonna leave her just matte. Oh my gosh, wait, this is the best idea I've had this entire video. Forget all the stuff I literally said out of my mouth. This is tea, and this is all you need to know, baby. But like, look how much the sparkles are giving. It's just making it look so much better, like period. But my camera's gonna die. I'm gonna charge my battery while I finish up this background and wait for Miss Girl to dry, and then I'll be back. Okay, so it's 9 p.m. Basically what happened was I was getting ready to come back a little earlier, and then I was like, wait, you're slow. You literally have to leave and go to work. So I had to go. So this is our update. First of all, the sparkles definitely added. It looks cute. It's giving. I'm gonna do another coat of brown right now. I gotta get my brushes. I washed them again. Wait, on camera, this is bussing. It's not even, like, in real life, it does not look like this, but on camera, from what I can tell anyway, this looks magnifique. To go do the dishes after this, and like there's literally not anything that I want to do less. Like I think I possibly could choose jumping in front of a moving vehicle before the dishes on any given day, but you know what? I'm just not gonna think about it right now. Hey guys, so it's the next day. It's the next night actually, and last night I was waiting for stuff to dry again, and I went to sleep again because my sleep schedule is so busted that I literally just noises in this house. Okay, what I was saying is that I was waiting for the paint to dry again last night, and I was just so tired that I was like, I'm not doing this because my sleep schedule is just so messed up right now that I can't begin to express how much of a hot mess it is. It's so bad. I just have finishing touches. This is where we're at right now. I need to repaint this eye because it doesn't match this one, and I need to do the straw. I need to add some more boba, and then we're gonna be pretty much done. Miss Girl turned into a dark-skinned woman, and I'm kind of living for it, you know, inclusivity and all that. But you know what, today was awful, okay? And perspective would have me believe that I had a good day today, but I don't feel like I did, like, because I know that today was today was fine, but like I feel awful right now. And I was sitting on my bed a second ago, and I was like, I'm gonna cry right now. I'm gonna cry if I don't get up and just film this video. I'm just gonna start crying. And you know, I think the worst part is that I don't even like know why today. Like today, I think I just feel a little overwhelmed. So I was like, let me go finish my video. I really could have just came back to this video once I finished the entire painting, because I've already been filming for way too long. Like, it's really sick. Like, not this being day 3. Why did I think I was gonna paint this in one sitting? Like, I fully thought I was gonna paint this in one sitting. Embarrassing, love. Are you not embarrassed? Okay, TBH, it's finished. This is her. I think I'm gonna name her, what am I gonna name her? Shoot, no one's gonna see this. Oh my f***ing god. Like, why is that so loud? What I was trying to say is that no one's gonna see this painting but me, and I know I painted it, so I'm not putting my initials. She's kind of giving Mika. Like, I think I like Mika, or maybe like, she's really just kind of giving Mika. I don't know anyone named Mika, but she's giving Mika for some reason, so that's what I'm going with. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope I helped you feel less alone. Maybe you learned something. I hope maybe you realized that you're not crazy and that you're allowed to feel how you feel. You just have to be honest with yourself about what that is so that you can grow and be self-aware and love yourself for who you are and not feel like you have to run away from all the things that make you you and your feelings and all that stuff like that. But I love you guys the most. Please know how important you are. You are so, so valued. Somebody loves you. You are worth everything and more. You are perfect just the way that you are, and despite how you feel, you're amazing, and you're deserving of love and happiness and kindness, and I love you, and you have a purpose, and somebody needs you. And with that being said, I will catch you in my next video.